October was the deadliest month for U.S. troops in Afghanistan since the start of the war there. As the war continues, 2 four-state men are now off the battlefield, one by choice, the other by force.
Tonight we feature our special series, Souls of Soldiers. KOAN's Elizabeth Matthews first brings us the story of Staff Sergeant Jeremy Layman, who is turning in his combat boots for a book bag.
Funny thing about getting shot at and people trying to blow you up is it really allows you to put your priorities in order. And I don't stress about a paper being due because in the big scheme of things, it has no real relevance.
Staff Sergeant Jeremy Layman returned this summer from Afghanistan and is now taking time off from his military service to go back to school. After serving overseas with the National Guard for 5 years, he says he is ready to get a college education. Friend and fellow fighter Staff Sergeant Bruce Curry describes Layman as a soldier with a plan.
A lot of people get out and going to school is one of the options. I think for him it was the only option.
It's like the only goal I have set for myself that I haven't completed yet.
Jeremy is 34 years old. He was divorced during one tour of duty.
If you got family and stuff like that, your career takes priority over mission. I don't have any of these things to hold me down. And even when I did, mission still comes first because essentially that's what you're there to do.
Jeremy continues to serve in the National Guard. He admits there are sacrifices that come with this choice.
That was probably the happiest time of my life is when I had a family. And I lost it because of the war, because the war came first. And so maybe I'll never get it back, maybe I will, I don't know. But if I stay over there, I sure ain't going to get it back. So that gives me 3 or 4 years. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. Now let's go back to doing what I was doing.
Jeremy has been deployed to Egypt, Kuwait, Iraq, and Afghanistan. He says when the topic of war comes up in class, he speaks with experience.
And then they want to argue with me about Iraq. I spent 4 years there. Do I know everything about Iraq? Most certainly I do not. But I think I got my finger a little closer to the pulse than they do.
Jeremy finished 1 year of college at Pittsburgh State University before being deployed overseas. While he eases back into college life, he's getting used to working with younger students. There's roughly a 10-year difference, but he says that's not holding him back.
College this time just seems so much easier than it was last time I went.
Staff Sergeant Curry is the organizer of Pitt State's Student Veterans Association, which helps returning soldiers adjust to campus life.
Comparatively speaking, the stress is different. It's a positive stress for them.
The GI Bill is funding Jeremy's college career 100%. He calls his break from service the halftime show.
Am I going to use my degree to get a job? Probably not. I'm probably just going to go back doing what I was doing before.
Jeremy looks forward to the time when he can return overseas. But for now, he's enjoying the home he has created in southeast Kansas. In Pittsburgh, Elizabeth Matthews, KOAM News.
Jeremy says he plans to retire from the military in 6 years. Tonight at 10, we'll meet another four-state man passionate about his service but unable to fulfill his dreams.